Alright, I'm not sure what this is, but this could be a work of art entitled Too Much Time in Your Hands with a Glue Gun. One of my favorite booths. Now he's got stuff in glass here. I just had to look at it. $8 for that. That's Taiwanese. That's a number 8 Lodge. It's pretty rusted. And then there's this number 10 Lodge. It's an early one for $49. So I've made an offer of $40. See if I can get it. It's no big deal. But there's enough meat on the bone for my booth for that. So we'll see. Always amused by the interesting creative things people do. Like these are books that somebody guess takes a bandsaw to. I assume they have a jig made for every letter or something. But that's pretty darn neat. Look at that. They've got the whole alphabet there. At $12 a piece. I mean, when you count the labor and then you're gluing it all together, that's a good deal. People can be very creative. Although I guess some might argue that taking a book and turning it into a decoration is kind of sacrilegious. These are those Reader's Digest books. Let me know what you think. Is it worth it, or should they be left alone as books? More interesting homemade stuff. Look at the inlay on this cutting board. It's really beautiful. If I had something like that, I wouldn't even want to use it. More creative things you can do with a laser cutter. Cut the laser and I guess putting a little bit of resin in there. It's pretty neat. Look at that, that's really pretty. Amazon mystery boxes. Find peace in a mystery box. Have I done an episode on what's the deal with these things? I need to. Alright, I'm not sure what this is, but this could be a work of art entitled Too Much Time in Your Hands with a Glue Gun. Huh? What is that? Some kind of a...
There's a bunch over here.
A bunch over here? They're bigger ones. It says 10-inch wood spool.
Oh, here.
Oh, so there's... Okay, so this is how they stored... I don't know, there must have been some kind of a sewing machine, right?
Yep.
And these are the different types of spindles.
Yeah,
so it would go on a...
It would probably go down like that.
Yeah.
And it would come off on it that way.
Maybe on some kind of an industrial sewing machine, huh? Oh, that's interesting. What do we got here? Wagner. $34 for number 3. It's a little bit outrageous. Unmarked Wagner. 14. Watch number 12. Camp oven with the lid here. 58. This is relatively new. Interesting old with a little bail handle on it, right? $35. And if you look, it says Wagner on it. I mean old Wagner. There's number 8, and then can you see that Wagner? But they drilled it. Would you get that for $35? Definitely be worth it without the holes drilled in it. It's got to be a very early Wagner before Sydney O. Well, that's interesting. That's old, huh? What do you think the price is going to be on this? I don't even know what it is. It's got like little indentations like for eggs. $15, old copper pan. That's neat. Probably worth 15. This is kind of interesting. Small griddle for $10. This looks like a Wagner. Probably a later model Wagner. That's $15 for a number 6. That might actually be worth it. Look at this. Is that a gate mark on it underneath it? For $10? Just looks pretty old, doesn't it? I've seen a lot of these be pretty crude. See, that looks like a gate mark. That's tempting, huh? Griswold Dutch oven, $70. So you've got this number 8 tight top with a slant logo, patented 1920. And that's really pitted. And this is a different era, Griswold, without the slant logo, so these don't go together. This is a more later version of this. Definitely, I don't think it's worth $70, but this thing all tucked in the corner. A tortilla press, made in Mexico. I think those are fairly common. I don't know who made it. I think that's Asian. Yep. Look at that interesting heat ring. There's a Lodge. $16. No, thank you. Griswold, $12. I guess a flue. That's a pretty neat one, though. I don't really collect these other oven parts, but it's a cool piece. Probably worth $12 to somebody who's collecting them, because that looks like a bigger than usual one. I just wasn't even paying attention to this. Look at this cider press. That thing is beautiful. Look at that. How much, please? $2.29. Oh, that's totally neat. Oh, I want that. Look at that. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes. Oh, cast iron. Beautifully fabricated. Oh, that's neat. Well, looky there. A number 14 Lodge for $110. That is about market rate. Maybe a little bit below market rate. Ooh, look at that moon pan. Beautiful. Number 3. Red Mountain. That. Take a look at this puppy. It's got the US mark on it. People were saying that was because it was used by the military, but that's not true. They just put the US on there. It's an early Lodge. The inside is beautiful. That is gorgeous. Okay. I might have to get this. I wonder if I can get a discount on it. Let me find out. All right. My pickup from the thing got a number 6. Probably an unmarked Wagner. It could be marked. For $15. Really nice condition. Looks pretty flat. And then this, I never see number 14s out in the wild. And this is a absolutely beautiful Lodge, number 14. Look at that. No pitting or anything, just spectacular. Early Lodge doesn't have the SK on it. Has the US markings in a 14. Really beautiful. I don't know if I like the restoration of it, but it had 110 on it. I said I offered 90. They came back at 100 and I bought it. So. Not an amazing deal, but given how rare 14s are and how I never see them, and I get people asking for these big ones in my booth, so I think I could put that at 150 easy without doing anything to it and probably sell it, maybe even a little higher, just depends. Okay, so today I was looking at some number 14 Lodge skillets that I have, and this is one I've had, and this is one that I picked up, and I noticed some interesting differences, and I wanted to talk about them. These are both 3-notch lodges with the 3 notches. These are the largest size, number 14. You'll see that this one says 14 SK on it. This one says 14 with the US in parentheses. There's a couple of other notable differences. Notice how there's a little diamond on the underside of this handle and it's not over here. So the handles are slightly different. You'll notice that this has more of a pronounced edge on it, whereas this one doesn't. This reminds me a lot of the difference between Century and Red Mountain, where the Century ones had more of a defined lip and the Red Mountain ones didn't. And this could be the difference between a pan that was made in the DISA, the automated machines, and the pan that was made in the old way and milled. And there's more indications. Now, normally I might think that the SK would be the more recent version of the skillet, or the US, because it has made in USA or whatever. But in this case, I think this one is the later one and this one is the earlier one. So let's take a look. Now, some people say this US indicates like it was a military issue. I don't think that's the case. I think there's a lot of these floating around. But let's take a look at the upside of these things. Aside from this one being more used, this one I just recently picked up. Let's take a look at the other side of it. So there are other notable differences. Significantly bigger pour spouts on this one than this one. The design is basically the same, except that the pour spouts are bigger. BSR did this as well. Their earlier Red Mountain ones had bigger pour spouts, and the later ones had smaller pour spouts. And the reason for this was so that they could fit more of these in the automated molds that they were using. And that may be the same case with the 14, I don't know. But this is also a little bit more of a rougher edge. You can feel that it's more the modern thing where it was like, it was smooth with ball bearings or something, whereas this was milled, and you can see it's just significantly smoother than this. Even though this has got a lot more coatings of seasoning on it, it still has a different rough finish. The finish is rougher than this, which is milled. So completely different versions there, and you can kind of see that these ones marked US are probably earlier than these ones that just have the number and the letter designation of SK for skillet. Let me know what you think. If you have additional information on this that you want to share, leave a comment. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and enjoying the video series and supporting me thus far by subscribing and clicking like and all of that. And if you want to catch me on TikTok, sometimes I have previews of what I'm working on that I haven't published lately. That's at TikTok/@WisdomStudio. And if you're on Facebook, look up the group Vintage Cast Iron Hunting, Restoration, Identification, and Sales. And until next time.